Hey folks, if you're tuning in, that means you're into real deal topics that could save lives or just make you think twice about the world out there. Hit that subscribe button on my channel right now so you don't miss out on fresh content about survival, tactics, and true stories for the front lines. And drop a comment below. What do you think about this? Have you been in similar spots? Or what would you add? Your feedback keeps the content rolling and fires me up to keep going. Let's dive deep into this. I promise it'll be as gripping as your favorite action flick. Picture this. You're trekking through rugged terrain, adrenaline pumping, every step a potential game changer. Suddenly, something catches your eye underfoot. It's not just a stick, it's a tripwire primed to shatter the silence with a blast. Your heart's pounding like a drum, sweat pouring down. Run? Call for backup? Or steady yourself and recall what you've learned. This isn't some Hollywood fantasy. It's the harsh reality for countless guys and men who've found themselves in combat zones. I'm no decorated vet with a stack of medals. Just a regular dude who digs into these subjects because life throws curveballs. Today, I'm breaking down how to handle spotting landmines, tripwires, and explosive devices. But I'm not just spitting out dry manuals. I'm turning this into a full-blown epic tale packed with my own thoughts, opinions, real-life yarns, and even some economic breakdowns. Why economics? Because landmines aren't just about destruction and chaos. They're tied to massive bucks spent on making them, clearing them, and rebuilding after. I scouted the web, pulled together a ton of info, and now we're dissecting it layer by layer. Buckle up. This read's going to be long but riveting. You won't want to look away. Let's kick off with the basics. Most guys, and dudes a bit older too, geek out over firearms. Rifles, assault weapons, ammo. It's badass like stepping into a video game. You can hit the range, daydream. Picture yourself as a warrior in the fray. Heck, I was the same way growing up. Obsessed with war movies, itching for the shooting range. But try dragging someone to tactical medicine classes or sessions on heavy weaponry or explosive ordnance disposal. That's a tough sell. Why? It's not flashy, it's scary and tough. And that's a mistake. Once you're in the thick of it, firing a rifle is just the tip of the iceberg. Wounded show up in a flash, mines lurk everywhere, and if you're clueless, you're done. I've read accounts from Afghanistan or Iraq. Troops get blown up, and no one nearby knows first aid. It's nightmare fuel. My take, military know-how is multifaceted. It's not all about personal weapons pew-pew. If you want to be an asset, master battlefield medicine, heavy arms, and demoning skills. It's not a hobby. It's an investment in yourself and your squad. Now, let's ponder why so few folks dive into this. I reckon it's fear. The unknown breeds terror, and terror freezes you solid. Imagine a unit stalled out, paralyzed by a mine. They're sitting ducks. But if your crew has a couple of pros who can treat wounds or spot a mine from junk, that's pure gold. Those guys turn into legends, even if they're not ripped or chatty. In my book, it's a life hack. Learn these skills, and you'll earn respect. Not the alpha with the muscles, but the quiet expert saving skins. In a unit, they'll guard you like treasure. And if you're hunkered down, skill-less, and hiding, well, odds of making it drop fast. Better to boost the team's edge and win out. And here's the economic angle. I dug around online to back this up with hard facts. Did you know producing a basic anti-personnel mine, like the M14, can cost as little as $3 to $30 a pop? Cheap as chips, right? But anti-tank ones, say the M15, run $50 to $200. Now scale that. In hot spots like Afghanistan or Iraq, millions get planted. Economic breakdowns from spots like the United Nations and globalsecurity.org show mines are weapons for the strapped. Cheap to crank out, but a fortune to remove. Per the International Campaign to Ban Landmines report from 2023, worldwide, demoning chews through over $500 million yearly. In places like Cambodia, leftover from 70s wars, minefields rack up 100 to 150 million in annual economic hits. Lost farmland, tourism, folks' health. My thoughts, it's insanity. sout death for pennies, then burn billions cleaning up. To me, it's like a loan with killer interest. Quick win for the bad guys, endless drag for everyone else. Grab a history lesson for context. In Angola post-Civil War, 1975 to 2002, mines blanketed 20% of the land. World Bank analysis pegs it at 4% GDP loss yearly. Farmers sidelined, roads shut, investments flee. Demoning topped $1 billion, and it's still ongoing. Shift to Afghanistan, fresh from Reuters in 2024. Mines on contested turf caused 10 to 15 billion in yearly AG losses. Crops don't grow, exports tank. My musing, mines are economic saboteurs, hitting wallets harder than troops. They stall progress. If you're a rancher or entrepreneur in those zones, your livelihood's on ice. I urge, learn this stuff not just for combat, but to grasp how wars wreck economies. Back to our thriller plot. So you've spotted something sketchy. Hearts racing like a freight train. Stay cool. First playbook, assess the scene. No urgent missions. Radio for engineers via command. Wait out, no rush. That's the gold standard, safe as houses. But if time's ticking, barriers block your path. That's when the action ramps up. Scout your team for the sharpest on this. Not a pro D-miner, but someone who's cracked books or binged videos. Questions to fire. What's this thing? Tripwire leads where? Lone mine or a field? Anti-personnel or anti-tank? Blast radius? I recall a webtail from Iraq. U.S. troops stumbling on improvised explosive devices. Leaked docs say ignorance caused many blasts. But those versed in specs save squads. My opinion, book smarts are foundational. Skip the binge-watching shows. Hit YouTube for mine vids. I've done it. Watched a dozen clips. Feel more prepped. Not paranoia, just readiness. Next up, moves. Neutralize quietly, detonate safely, or mark and skirt. For rookies, mark and bail's best. But real life ain't a textbook. Plenty turn deminers by necessity. The steadiest hand disarms the first wire. Then mines, boom, expert. I see like business. Start small, scale up. Economically, training a D-miner runs 50 to 100,000 bucks per head per U.S. Army figs. Field training? Free but dicey. Let's unpack scenarios like a blockbuster script. Scenario 1, deep push. Your squad trails the vanguard, securing a village or old enemy spot. Bam, tripwire in thick woods. Can't detour. Forests riddled with traps. Alert the crew, but ditching it? Nah, it'll bite your rear. Options: yank and blow it or disarm silent. Enemy far off? Blow it, noise no biggie. Check both ends, grenade, duo, bounding like M16, Claymore M18. Radius matters. Pull back troops, D-miner, invest, and helmet drops behind cover. Terrain dip, stout tree. Hook a cord or weighted wire past a trip, yank, kaboom. Safe, skips hidden tricks. Economic twist. Tripwires cheap, damage huge. In Afghanistan, Human Rights Watch 2022 notes Taliban spent peanuts on mines, but U.S. demoning hit 2 billion. Logistics snags. Blocked routes, delayed supplies, economy suffers. My reflection, mines like economic viruses, cheap spread, pricey cure. Scenario 2, enemy close. Zone under heavy fire, mortars, grenade launchers, big calibers. Spot a tripwire near your lines or gray area. Maybe foe left it retreating or a recon team or even friendly fire from poor comms. Can't detonate. They'll shell you. Plays. Mark for your side. Enemy knows anyway. Step over. Leave it. Sometimes okay if rushing gray zone. Pull group from foe's kill zone. Yank quick bolt. Tricky terrain helps. Folds. Trenches. Or disarm. If basic grenade, no extras. Bend pin. Clamp lever with tape or wire. Snip trip. But booby traps abound. In 99 cases out of 100, it's straightforward. But vets imagine worsts. Dunning-Kruger effect. More knowledge, more caution zones. Add yarns. Web vet from Vietnam. Traps with backups. Second grenade on cut. Wipe half squads. Economically, Vietnam War cost US 1 trillion. Today's bucks, chunk on mines and injuries. Workforce hits. Vets disabled. Can't work. Benefits soar. Scenario 3. Secured a town or nearby. Locals tip off to explosives, mines, maybe dud ammo. Theory shines. Tell dumped round from set traps. If small dud, find cover. Yank with hook for undersides. Big, mark bold, call pros, avoid wrecking homes. Economics. In Iraq, mines trashed 30% infrastructure. Rebuild 250 billion. UN 2023. Mines kill tourism. Farming, GDP dips 5 to 10%. Scenario 4. Paved road littered with anti-tank mines like M19. No pavimentamento para jigs, no links. First time, fear might make you prone and yank with sling. But really, halt a roadside ditch, mark. No need to unscrew fuses. Leave for experts. Bonus, if basing nearby, repurpose for your anti-armor barriers. Safe for foot troops. Just tote or cart carefully, bury on key approaches. If buried in fields, spot fuse tops on M15 or a blow-up reveals. Pure anti-tank, no squet. Probe to find flag with sticks. Blast with charge or unscrew. Pro's job, underside traps possible, so detonate preferred. No boom stuff or need quiet. Just mark. Hitch, mixed fields. Anti-tank and anti-personnel like M14 jumbled. Probe super careful, sharp angle poke, side contact over direct trigger. Scan sides, big anti-tank, rock, root, or small people killer. If latter, flag, edge, backtrack. Command decides. Skirt, call specialists. Use demoning rig, blow sector. Scenario 5. Taking enemy stronghold or abandoned town. Recalminetrats. Fields likely front-facing your old lines, flanks. Brief via CO. Stay alert, no wandering. Squad D-miners, surface checks arounds. Same for fresh enemy digs. Boobies under guns, bodies, wires in trenches, bunkers, buildings. Move wary. Hook drag what you can. Trail cord hook before stepping. Rotation. New spot. No handover or mismine chat. Check bunkers for maps. If lucky, scheme guides. Warn troops off zones. No map? Top D minor, probes front to foe, flanks. No roaming. Scenario 6. Foe shells your area with clusters, scattering mines. Could be Blue 92 / B Dragontooth. Or magnetic anti-tank like AT-2. Unknown. Hands off. No vehicles near. Mark zone. Known. Grasp radius. Trigger from cover. Unfamiliar? Pros only. Steer clear. Seen clips from Iraq. Whacking small mines with long-handled shovels or strips in gear and goggles. Semi-safe, but shards fly. Thrill seekers only. Or scoop with shovel, toss in blazing pot. Boom inside. Effective, low risk. Toughest plot, assault. Enemy lines almost always mined. Anti-tank, anti-personnel, mixed, even remote. Amateurs can't hack it. 4 dug-in pushes, pull real D-miners via brass. Gear like line charges or newer. Pros probe, under noses, ID makeup. Quietly clear some, carve paths. That's ace level. We skip deep dive here. Start basics, study gear, set / remove simple mines and wires. Who knows, it'll hook you, grow you pro. My musings now. Mines embody asymmetric fights. Underdogs hit hard cheap, but economically boomerang. World Economic Forum says mine-laced conflicts slow regional growth 2 to 3%. Cases: Vietnam, 1 billion demoning, tourism loss. Afghanistan, mines on 20% land, AG exports down 30 billion, 2024 Bloomberg. Personal view: study this. Not war only, for hikes, hunts. Economically, smarts save cash, fewer hurts, less loss. I could ramble forever, but wrap up time. This ain't mere words. It's a roadmap through perils. Ponder, learn, prep. Hey team, if this hooked you, smash subscribe for more epic dives. And comment below. What hit home? Share your takes. Your input's the secret sauce. Catch you next time.